Hey, hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. This is War 2, Season 45. There are banned options there. We got no Kingpin, no Void, no Hulkling, no Torch, which really bums me out because Kingpin and Void are two of my go-tos for War. But it means I get to bring my rank 4 Sig 200 Angela with Odin and Cassie Lang for some Sugar Pill decay fun. So I'm going to be taking Path 9. I'm going to get this duped. Yeah, just a rank 1 7-star Gore. That's fun. I'd be getting him to rank 2 as fast as possible. That guy's a damage machine as a 7-star. That's great. So here we're putting on the Odin pre-fights, which are good in themselves, but also for Angela, just make her immune to hazard shift. Angela is already a buff machine, but when you start with all the buffs, you're not going to be taking any damage from anything Gore would like to do, and anything Hazard Shift would like to do. So, Angie is, man, she's fun. She's kind of a dummy-proof champion, which is how I like them. It's not how I like my women, but it is how I like my MCOC champions, is dummy-proof. You just smash into them, and she's going to do everything she's going to do while you're fighting. Those are the champions I love. The champions that don't require just a ton of memory or sophistication. Just smash into them and she does the rest. Kingpin's like that. King Groot is like that. And everything good they do automatically. You don't have to run a series of events to make them awesome. Cassie Lang, however, is a more sophisticated champion. I mean, I love her. So she's a more cerebral player, more cerebral champ, and I love her because she just has answers for so many things. She is a decay attacker, but this is not a sugar pill fight, so not going to do as much of the fun stuff right off the bat. As you're going to see, from what I remember in this fight, Mordo, yeah, he does that fun Mordo thing where he's like, yeah, I don't really want to fight, I just want to back away. So he builds up to his SB2, and I'm just like, hey man, I'd love for you to throw that. I'll just stand here with my stance open and let you swing away at me as I evade, but wouldn't you love to throw that special 2? And now his power is building again. The only real problem that he can give me in this fight is if he goes red. And so there we go. Finally bait that SP2 out. He obliges by throwing his SP1 into my shrink mode, which is great. So I've got, I think it's 7 stings on him. Yeah, 7 stings. I don't really want to throw a special 3. I'd rather just beat him up with a special 2. And down he goes. It's so fun. Is there anything more satisfying than watching the defender take themselves out because you've got the power stings on? Scorpion does that. Spider Ham does that. Yellow Jacket does that. And Cassie Lang does that in a big way too. So here we do have a Sugar Pill Hazard Shift. I think just a rank 1 sassy 7-star, of course. The fact that this is a Sugar Pill versus Decay fight makes it so much easier. And because I mean, look at my Pim particles are already at 6, so I should be, and I think I should be doing a better job of applying the poisons, because when you have the poisons up, it makes everything last 80% longer. Your power stings last 80% longer, so we want to keep that poison on him. So he loves to throw specials, especially if he's gonna go into Tanarak. So here we've got a SP2 that didn't crit even once. That's awesome. So now he's in Wrath of Tanarak. He loves to throw specials. He's got 10 power stings, 11 power stings on him. This is great. I'm up to 300 on my juice, so I can sit there for a second or two. Now he's still at high teens in the power stings there, doing mostly the damage to himself. I'm keeping the withers on him, just holding back his power gain, thankfully. So now I've got the taunt, and with 18 power stings, that should be doing lots of damage. Whew, that was slick. Wasn't that nice? When you have the I don't remember what they're called, her counter up to 300, you know you can just kind of sit there and outlast any special. So it's just great. You can just sit there and allow them to throw their special right over your head, and then you apply a whole buttload of power sting. So he's back into Wrath of Tanarak. I forgot that he went into it twice here in this fight. I'm just trying to do my best to evade the damage. He's a big old beefy boy. He's got all the health in the world. I didn't even notice how much health he has at the start of the fight, but it's a bunch, I guarantee it. And then down he goes, takes himself out. Thank you, Sassy, for being your own worst enemy. So here we've got a Hulkling, only a rank 4 Hulkling. I have a rank 5 Hulkling. It's just one of the most fun champions in the game. He's great for dual purpose. He's great for battlegrounds. He's great for war. He's great for defense or attack. But I think a lot of us at this point have kind of figured him out in the sense of like, just push him as much as you can against his own wall. He loves to throw his specials. He's gonna go indestructible on a pretty regular basis. But both of his special attacks are very easy to evade. And so here we've got just Angela doing what she does, which is just, you know, kind of pound into you. She loves to do that because she can do a lot of damage into the block. And I think, okay, yeah, I forgot to say this is a one-eye open fight. So I cannot attack into his stun or I take all the damage back, right? It's a great design node, but it's an infuriating node because it kind of makes you change the way you play. And when I take this path pretty regularly, and whenever I get to this node, I literally say out loud to myself, don't hit them when they're stunned. So far, it's working. If I actually say it out loud, it helps me remember it. Because when all of the other, I mean, look at all the buffs and all the timers that are going right now in this fight. There's just, you know, like over 10 or 12 of them. With all the things that are happening in this fight, it'd be very easy to slip back into your routine of parry damage, right? But you can't. That's kind of the way this fight is designed. They want to trick you into playing the way you normally play, but you can't. You got to. You have to remember: if you stun him, back away. If you stun him, back away. Instead, you have to intercept him. Thankfully, Hulkling is a very generous special thrower, so that's what you can punish. His specials are very easy to punish, which I think maybe makes him not the greatest for this node, to be honest. Now, he did catch me. Oh, he catches me with the SP1. Oh, I just took the whole thing in the face. That's not what anyone wanted, or definitely not what I wanted. So now I got to bait him into a heavy. There we go. Thank you, thank you. He's playing ball. I just made a mistake there and let his SP1 catch me. I was playing pretty well. This is a, pretty good fight until that one slip up that cost me, 30% of my health. And down he goes. So, pretty tricky defender on a pretty tricky node. Changes the way you play. So now we are on Mini Boss Island, the set of 3 islands. I don't know what we're all agreed on calling those islands yet. I just call them mini bosses. Shared mini bosses, maybe. So we're going to start with a combat region. Going to throw on some extra boosts. And from what I remember about this fight, it goes terribly. Absman is a great defender. But this fight goes very, very poorly. And so I'm going to want to keep the power stings on him. I'm going to want to keep him away from getting... See, if you stay close too long, he gets a regeneration buff. But if you back away, it drops off pretty quickly. So I need him to throw specials. And that's it right there. Like, the fight started, and he caught me. And then he punched me into the block. And, man, I am down to what? Yeah, in the 30s health-wise. And this is really, really bad. Like, this is not what you want to happen. I'm pretty good at fighting Absorbing Man, old Carl. But this was exactly wrong. And it's one of those things where you would swear that you dash back. That's the second time he's been nice to me when I got my spacing wrong on the heavy. I mean, this fight could honestly be over by now. If you're watching, you're like, yeah, man, you are incredibly lucky. If he'd have punished me those 2 times, I'd already be dead. And so now we've got him to his special 2, but you can tell I'm doing a whole mess of damage on him. So this fight just does not go according to plan, except that the end result is the one I want. Down goes Absorbing Man. But man, I played that poorly. That's one of those things where you're actually thankful just to get out of it alive. You're so mad at yourself for missing things that are pretty easy. Here we've got a Hazard Shift, Stun, Immune, Sugar Pill, Renshaw. That's a lot of things to say. And Renshaw's already a very frustrating defender, but Cassie is just so good against Renshaw. I'm in a pretty big internal debate in my life right now when it comes to MCOC as far as who I want to rank 5 next, either Cassie or Void. I'm kind of a Void boss. Like, I love Void. Oh gosh, look at this. I threw my heavy so poorly that I was able to actually get out of the way of a special one, but then he caught me anyway. So, and so far this fight is going terribly. Did I forget how this fight goes? I feel like it went well. So I apply some power stings. Or no, I don't have any power stings on right now. I got a bunch of debuffs on him, but no power stings. So here comes some power stings. There we go. How about that? Take some 10 power stings. Do some damage to yourself. Beef boy. I need to keep applying the poisons. I need to keep applying the power stings. And I'm healing from the debuffs that Hazard Shift is trying to apply, but it can't because this is a sugar pill decay fight. I want him to throw his special one. And there he catches me again. That's what this fight is. I think he catches me with like 3 or 4 SP1s, which has never happened. Like, I'm serious. That's never happened before. I know he's a good defender and an annoying defender. Look at this. Look how bad I am. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. And now he goes unstoppable. I just let him right into it. And he doesn't punish me. You know, for all the complaining I do about the new AI, it has gotten so cautious that it's missing some, like, really obvious damage. Oh, gosh, look at that. I tried to charge him. Gosh, what am I doing? Oh, so thankfully I'm back up to full health here. Or almost full health because of the node. Goodness gracious, this is bad. I've got a few power stings on him. Got 9. Trying to get him to throw specials. He throws it, so it refreshes the power stings. I'm back up to a full yellow bar. I do not end this fight at a full yellow bar. I know I do something stupid again, because I was just so mad at myself. I was just furious. And so there he goes, unstoppable again. I'm just not paying attention to him being against the wall. There he catches me again with a special one. But notice how little damage it does. It does almost no damage. I've got a million debuffs on him, and no crits. So, I mean, he's got the ruptures on me. My gosh, this fight has just been... There it is! There it is, another SP1 to the face. Like that, and that one does crit. There we go. So, I just can't imagine playing a fight worse. Like, I have such a straight counter. And it is just so bad how I've played. The node's like, hey, let me heal you back up. Let me help you out, friend. And I'm like, no, I want to take more hits to the face. That's my goal in this fight is how many hits can I take? I think I remember how many times I get hit in this fight, and it's some embarrassingly high number. Like I don't know that it's ever happened to me to get hit this many times in a fight and still win. I am going to win this fight, as you can see, but no thanks to my own. It's all It's all Cassie as a counter, and the node keeps healing her up. The Hazard Shift node just keeps healing her. So now he's down at 2%. And I'm just sitting here going like, man, I am a moron. I am just a straight moron. And there he goes. Okay, I think I remember. Thank you, Cassie, for being awesome. How many hits did I take? I think it's like almost 20. Yeah, 18. I took 18 hits to the face. All right, here we've got a rank 2 duped 7-star, 330, almost 39,000 health. America, Chavez, and I'll be honest, America is a defender that historically I have tried to avoid, but no one else on the team wanted to take this fight, and I get it. She's rank 2. She's a tricky defender. I had a really good counter in Cassie. This is a sugar pill decay fight, and so I took it. And it's a fight I should take. You know, I'm one of the better fighters in our battle group, and so I should take this fight because I have a good counter. I heal her back up, and there's going to be something that I forget near the end of this fight that costs me big time, and I'll tell you when we get there. So far everything is going great, right? I'm trying to hold her diligently to her SP1. Thankfully, doesn't do much damage though, thankfully. She likes to throw her specials, but man, I do not want to deal with that SP2. If I have my counter up to 300, I know I can shrink down and the SP2 will miss me entirely. And I know I do some fun shrinking stuff in this fight, but I'm still really not great enough with Cassie, as you saw in that last Rentra fight. I'm really not great enough with her to be thinking along the lines of, oh, yeah, I can do all this stuff. So here comes an SP1. Just want to evade that. I think, am I not putting the poisons on her? Okay, so there goes some poison. That's good. So she's got a whole bunch of power stings on her. She's right near her SP2. Oh, man. Okay, thankfully she throws her SP1 again. Does herself quite a large amount of damage, which is good. So this fight is going like perfectly. Okay, here she comes. And I shrink it. And I try to hold it. And she lets me punish her instead of comes in and punishing my heavy. So there goes a couple hits for my indestructible. Oh, there goes my whole indestructible. Man, that right there costs me because I do die right here. And you're gonna say, how do you die? You got all your health or a big chunk of your health, and she's almost dead. You're gonna see I have no power stings on her, and the thing I have forgotten. All right, let me tell you, the thing I have forgotten is that her energy is growing by 1.5. And so I throw a special into her in a second that pushes her red. And she catches me right here. It would have all been fine, but she catches me with a heavy, I'm pretty sure. Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. Boom. And I froze. I don't know what it is, but she goes red. And it doesn't matter that I win the mini game there, 20% damage reduction. It's just such a massive special 3 that I can't survive it. So I did a lot good in that fight. Fighting a rank 2, which is the biggest defender I'm ever going to face for my tier of war. At this point, it's the biggest defender I'll ever face. We're not going to face any rank 3s. And down she goes. So, first death of the season, man. And a totally avoidable death, too. So here we've got another mini boss on Boss Island. Just going to be me versus this Mysterio. Mysterio's a really annoying defender. Everyone knows that. But Angel is a great counter for him. Not only does she have class advantage, but she also has the decay tactic advantage. He is a sugar pill defender. And, man, gosh. So before this fight, I went and looked up what are the odds after SP2 that Mysterio has to make you miss. And it's only 20%. 25%. So 1 in 4 odds. So I dive in after these special 2s on some of them just to test it, because I can work the timing out there. Now, if he's charging a heavy, it's 100% that he'll make you miss. But there he goes, just throwing those heavies. Here he's got Unstoppable. I want to back up. I don't remember what causes that Unstoppable. I didn't pay close enough attention to the node set. I'm trying to push him to his SP2. I do not want to deal with the time management of an SP1. So there he goes. I go in there for 1 strike and then I back up because I'm not gonna deal with that. I do think he throws 1 SP1, and because he's got such a big there it is. Look at that. That 1 SP1 did like 20% damage almost into my block. So it's because those prowess buildups. He had 3 I think at the time. Oh, and there he catches me with a heavy, but it does very little damage, which is great. So here we're throwing an SP2. Oh, I almost pushed him red. That would have been the fight. Talk about 2 champions back-to-back who have monster SP3s, and that is Mysterio and America Chavez. They have some of the most powerful SP3s in the game. I think I punished him here just once, yeah. Got a crit, that's nice. I'm trying to wait out his timer, but also make him pay. I think I'll make him pay here. Boom. So no crit there. Almost not even worth the risk. So remember, next time you fight Mysterio after his SP2, he's going to power drain you, and he is going to have a 25% chance to make you miss as long as that timer is active. But he loves to throw his specials. So just let him throw his specials. Whoop. Got a nice little 6,000 damage there. So now we are I'm trying to not let him get to his SP1. Thankfully, he goes to his SP2. And this fight is almost over, I want to say. Man, I love Angela. I want to get her to rank 5 so bad. And I think I will. I know she's already out as a 7-star, but it's going to take me years to get her to SIG 200. She wouldn't be my priority. And so I'm going to just go ahead and rank her as a 5-star. So that's War 2. We did win this war. First death of the season. That stinks, but overall, happy with how I played. Y'all have a good one. Bye.